is up, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, day traders, closet swing traders. Hope you guys are doing absolutely fantastic. Hope you guys are feeling like a bull today. It seems a little bit bullish, but we'll see if it's going to hold, if it's going to continue to run absolutely crazy like it did yesterday toward the end of the day. But more importantly, I get to trade the market with all of my friends, all of my homies. We got Chuck in the house. We got Agnes. Good morning. Al, Albert, Alex, Andrew, Babbitt, Brian, Christopher. We got Daniel S. with us. Good morning to Eric Fayaz, Jenny, GW. I want to say GW. Jay, good morning. We got Joe, Kevin Stone, Lucian, Mr. LW himself, Martinez with us. We got Ron. We got Tony, Wynn. We got Wally, Richard Jet in YouTube land. All my lurkers just hanging out in the background of YouTube, just hanging out, not commenting. Good morning to all you guys as well. Man, we did something special yesterday. We did it. We broke. I wouldn't get too excited yet. If you got some shorts on the table, you're looking to cover, I think we get a little bit of pullback. We might see some chop at the open, believe it or not. Even though, yes, we got retest gap today. Big jump on the market. Kind of right in the zone that I was looking for yesterday. Or not assuming that we would get there yesterday, but my target was this 403.61. We are slightly above it right now. Pre-market 403.84 just moved to. And then we got the next target 404.67. Let's see if pre-market we hit that 404. What was it? 404.67. Let's see if we got there at all. I did see us at a 404 tick before. Highest we got is about 404.19, 404.20, something like that. So we're starting to hit all of those immediate targets after a bullish day yesterday. It didn't seem like it. It seemed a little like chop fest until we broke and we did not look behind us. So we had a good massive move. I would be concerned a little bit about further upside without a retest. Lucia says, I got some reverb going on with my voice, huh? Let me see if I got special effects. What about now? Do you have anything? Is it better? Seems better now. What about do this? Exactly crazy. I was wondering what the switch did. All right. I didn't really do anything except move this one thing, but that's probably it. So you tell me this sounds down. This sounds down. I like it. It's probably the most annoying reverb sound ever. I'm definitely playing with that all day today. All right, so keep in mind we are at a little bit of resistance. Let's probably look to fade some of these things out of the gate. That being said, I've looked at some individual names. Raven trade. Don't pay attention to the guy behind the curtain. Yeah. There's actually on this board, I have a bunch of effects. I just never use them. So I can sound like I'm in a cathedral. I could do a chorus. I mean, I could do the whole room in chorus. Bright, warm, small stage. I could do delay. I don't know why I would want to delay myself, but that would probably be annoying. Okay, I'm going to take a trade right now. And it's like 5 minutes later, you guys hear it. You're like, wait, what? Why even pay for live data at that point? All right. Qs. So Qs looking pretty delicious up into a target though. 314.98. That is a little bit of resistance. Probably got to be looking for the pullbacks here. We probably have to look for some pullbacks. That being said, there is some kind of cute gaps that maybe Airbnb I'm probably looking to add to a position today. If I could get it back down to about 119, I'm going to do an add-on for some Airbnb, pick up some more shares. Pretty interesting on the daily chart, at least where we're at. So almost double bottom. It's double bottom. We did make one new lower low. It's not my favorite, but we took off from there, and we've just been pulling back, consolidating. We've run up to 144 during this little insane hike that was in February, that they call February. So pretty interesting, but I'm going to probably look to buy. This again is a little bit of a retest gap. I think we're going to see those across the board after a strong day of selling, of button selling. There was no selling to be had. Maybe closing out shorts was probably the only selling we got yesterday, but Disney has a little bit more room to run. I don't know if our risk reward is great to go bullish on it. We are above that one VPOC, which is 97.87. Probably looking for a break there, but you're also gapping above this big candle. Not a huge amount of volume on it. So I don't think there was that many people trapped at it, but that is a lot of selling. Bearish engulfing candle. Now we're breaking out. Disney does look good for bullish continuation. It is a retest gap. Probably need to see this thing pull back before we go long. So two strategies. If you guys are comfortable fading the retest gaps, if we can make enough R's on the way down, we could definitely look to play it. Might be a little bit more difficult than it sounds. Or we do nothing in the morning, we wait for the full retest to come in, and we pick up later. Or option 3, just do both. I'm probably going to go with option 3. But I do need something that looks good in terms of risk reward if I'm going to try to legit play some counter trends. So MU still looks good. We are above all VPOCs. Their earnings weren't that great. Next target up, we still got maybe to about 64.71. So it could be a little bit choppy. Definitely want to keep on the list. Lulu, we know, just stole the show yesterday. Looking for that fade. This one could get some more room to the downside. We are a little bit at some type of support. But I think this thing still has the ability to fade lower. This is probably going to be about 353.66 before we look really for balance. Maybe to become a little bit lower, 350, somewhere in that zone. So I think it's got a little bit more of a pullback before we look to continue to flip that. NVIDIA opening up into a resistance as well as a retest gap. I do think this one fades as well. I do have that put. I got a lot of time on it. Still trying to figure out what I want to do with it. Typically closing out puts into rallies is not the best idea in this market. The market typically, at least as of late, has given opportunities for more further dips to clear positions and before running. So we got a little double top. It is a retest gap, probably shortable out of the gate. Alex is saying Microsoft has some room to fade. MSFT. Microsoft. All right. It does have room to fade. Actually, this one looks decent though. This location looks very interesting. I don't even know how big of a fade we get on this. To the high side, you got 286.37. Kevin says, I got 280 July put on the SPY. Going to hold for a little bit. 280 or 380. Microsoft actually has a little bit of room to run. Really nice gap. If this thing does fade, it's going to be a tough trade out of the gate. Flip a coin, honestly. That's the best investment strategy. You're about 50-50. So 282.78 would be a good place to go long. So if I'm going short, that's probably where I take it to. And then you got 286 to the high side. So legitimately about $2 either way before we start hitting some kind of support resistance. If it does start getting a little bit to the heavier side, then yes, you looking for about 280.54. If we can come back down there for this fade, for this retest. Keep in mind, we are above pretty much every pivot, though. I would say more than likely this is a retest gap. Let's play the retest on it. If I was to flip that coin, I would rig the whole system to flip on tails, so that would tell me to short. In that case, you probably don't need the coin in the first place. But it could get a little held up in this 282 area first. They're not going to make it. Why don't they just make something so simple for us? All right, let's take a look at Baba. Ayush got W day, work day. We'll take a look at that one next. The Baba. Baba's a retest gap. Nothing too crazy. A little bit of a pullback. And yes, this thing's still got lots of room. So a little bit of a pullback. Next target becomes 102.92. And then probably 103. Kevin, you got 380. 280, I would say probably just get rid of it at this point. But 380 is definitely a little bit more doable. I'm just concerned with the shorts at this point. What I would say is if you get I think this is what I would do. I don't want to tell you what to do. You do you. I think we get a fade today. I think this is a very bullish kind of a breakout. I do think 413 could be in the cards. For the SPY is the next kind of stop, 413.56, somewhere in that zone. But yeah, we're always one big news story away from something happening where this gap's up here, we start to fade, we get some kind of news, we get something crazy, and then this happens. I think there's a lot of shorts in this market. I think we're squeezing them out currently. Even on this day, we had some volume come in. So I think we're still a little bit to the squeezy side. That probably breaks this. And maybe today, maybe not today. Maybe today just ends as a big red candle, right? And we don't really bounce today. We just fade all day into support. And then tomorrow we look for that break. That could happen as well. I think there's going to be an opportunity for you to close out those positions if you want to. You still got some time on it. But we're starting to build in a lot of support. And that's my fear right now. Everything just runs absolutely crazy. Let's check out W Day. And then we'll also check out RH as well, because that would definitely be looking different today. Yeah, looking to get out, just down. You could also hedge with some shorter term calls, something like that too, just in case. So if we do retest, you don't want to get rid of the puts yet. You could probably play like 2 weeks out calls, something like that, and just see what happens. Workday still got a lot of room to go. Targets on Workday, probably we end up seeing 205. This would be a retest gap too, Ayush. So see if this thing comes back down, and then if you could get in, I don't know if it comes back down to this level or not, but if somewhere around 197.65 will give you much better risk reward to the high side. We do have some levels to hold us back, somewhere 201.52. And then after that, we're probably looking at that 205, 206, 207 range. So very, very shortly, we probably have something. So yeah, wait for the pullback if we can get it. Again, I can't say what the market is going to do. I would just say what the market I would like it to do. And then because that would give me the best risk reward. If I can't get best risk reward on my trades, then it's better to kind of just sit out, wait, be patient, find a different setup. So here's an interesting one. These guys got clobbered. Kind of reminds me of the Intel report a little bit that came out a little bit a while ago. We are at a level of support, still holding now. This is technically a gap and go, but I think this one fades higher first. I probably wouldn't play that fade to the higher side unless you're very, very quick with it. That would take you to about 241.64, and then you're looking for maybe potentially some kind of rollover collapse. I think we are starting to trap some people who are thinking, hey, double bottom. This is the time. We got some hammers. Let's get it. Let's go. We could probably make it to 257, and then they're all trapped. So I think it's a little bit more to the short side. We do have good support. So if anything, I think this gap and go probably doesn't act the way I don't think it acts the way it should. I think this one retests before it rolls down, but definitely one to watch throughout the day. And I think we had FRC was running today too, getting into the $15 range unless it pulled back pre-market. Yep, so about $14.79. Very, very close. Oddly enough, this one's still, and I'm going to check some of the other banks too, because they got wide ranges at least. To the high side, again, retest gap, probably would expect, this one has been doing it consistently. So I would say runs up pre-market and then fades all the way back down to about 14.17 today, 14.24 we'll call it. And then you have good risk reward to the higher side, so about 15.41. So definitely a decent range on this. Ron, what was the one we were looking at last night? Oh, Rivian. That's the one. So this is what I'm looking to do on the Rivian. Jeremy also has his own swing trade on it, but again, going to need some kind of pullback. Right now, we're looking for, I think we get some kind of support in at 14.26. Again, just for risk reward, I'm going to need a little bit more. I think Jeremy's got his entry somewhere around 14.03, if I remember correctly. So looking for just kind of a retest of all that. It's a big breakout candle, but nice double bottom. Could hit some higher end ranges. So that is gapping up a little bit. Probably won't get filled at open. Jay says month, quarter, end window dressing roll over next week. Maybe pull back next week. Here's like, we still did not break. Here's our weekly candle on a SPY. We right now still have to break out really 405.34 to hold. But you do have a nice gap up, retest gap. We're above all the moving averages. Do I think some of this might come down and even could get us a fib? Yeah, potentially. Probably about 50% would be somewhere around here, which is 396-ish, 395 and change. So maybe this could happen next week. We get some kind of a balance like that, and then this. But again, even on the small time frame, or the bigger time frame, weekly, pretty nice double bottom. Yes, strong resistance up here. Kind of looks like a little W type pattern, and probably something like this. I could see. I don't know if we stop at that 418 again, or we approach that 430. I think there's some time available to get out of some of the puts. I don't think freaking out is usually the best strategy. Doesn't seem to work for pilots very well. So probably doesn't work as well for day traders. But a close above 425 on the SPY is bullish. So a good place to buy a covered call or buy a call to cover. Yeah, I agree. Lynn says works for Maloney. Let's check out Tesla. Everybody's favorite, Tesla. Yikes. There's a lot of lines. It's quite a few. Let me delete all of them. I'm a little scared. Let's see. Okay. I don't know if I could possibly fit any more lines onto this Tesla. Gap up, this dotted line, very, very huge. Resistance. Right now, we are gapping slightly above it, slightly above all of those VPOCs as well. Resistance going to take us to about 196.49. We did hit that one yesterday, right? So anytime something gets retested once, the second time it becomes a little bit to the weaker side. I don't know if we break this today, but 196.49 is my target. It is very, very possible we break it, and then the next target becomes 199.10. So that could give us about 450, 480 to the upside, something like that. Maloney freaks out on the other side, but inside she's all you guys don't know. You guys don't even know Maloney. Maloney is calm, cool, and sophisticated. Mm-hmm. Nah, she's a rock. She's a rock. She's not Rock Fullwood, but she's rock. She's like a rock. Very close to Rock Fullwood, actually. Teasing Malone's, if you were here. Yeah, the funny thing is, I don't even think Maloney's here right now. I don't know. Let me see. No. Yeah, please reserve all your comments for when Maloney comes in. Appreciate that. Otherwise, or just say him now, and then we'll just never talk about it again. If Maloney asks, don't know what she's talking about. Interesting gap on Meta. Stupid Meta. Gave me a it let me play the game for a lot longer than I wanted to yesterday. Talking behind the back. What's up, Attorney Dead? All right. This is one of the few that is kind of gap and go bearish. Still at this level of support. Till we tried Meta again. If the entire market does fade, am I just a glutton for punishment? We gotta get past this 203. Stupid Meta. I'm not done with you yet. You're right to the top of my chart. Doing something different. Not sure why. Did they lay off more people? Meta rolls out long sought tools to separate ads from harmful content. That sounds like good news. Why would we gap down on that? You guys like harmful content? More than 157,000 tech sector employees have lost their jobs since the start of 2023. Again, that's kind of bullish. I don't know. I'm not really seeing anything. Okay, people like harmful content, so that's why we're gapping down. Don't trust that you'll get Zuckered again. Nah, one of these times. I'll lose 150 times, but that one win will feel so good. Yeah, just put us to the sideways trade. If I keep pounding them short every day, eventually they gotta fail. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row on Boeing, massively bullish into some type of key resistance at open. This is a retest after lots and lots of buying. Still good close yesterday. Today we are gapping above some of those VPOCs. Potentially, next target is about 211.06 and 211.73. So Boeing could have a little bit of upside. I know Tony was watching Netflix very closely. And that is straight gap up. Again, that should be a retest gap. It's not going to be easy, though. Even though it's a retest gap, I almost want to wait for like red candle. We got two decent levels of support. That is a tricky one. 335.90. If we could get something in there, that's probably the low of the day, and then we look to break out to 347.54. Ay. And then if we start breaking that, then we're looking for about 329.74 as a retest. All right. What about Square? Agnes says they have some ad issues with Google cookie settings too. I was called today to be informed about it. You have your own Meta rep? How do you get one of those? But no idea if the market is aware of this. Would not think. However, I was looking. Oh, you're an author. Okay. I was looking at King distribution line on Meta, and there is some bearish divergence too, but it's hard to be bearish on it. What time frame was that? I don't even have the RSI on here. I got to do it on my other screen. On the daily. Okay. Yeah, I don't have the RSI on this one, so I'd have to do it on the TOS. but it's moved. I mean, a lot. Eventually, you'll get some kind of a pullback. That was kind of my theory on Nvidia to throw me through the ringer on the scammers. I'm still about the same price. Like the stock price is about the same when I got the contract, and it was only last week, and already I'm down on it. So I don't understand. CRM still hitting some resistance. Is this market a little too good to be true for the bulls? Seeing a lot of retests. I kind of like a lot of these breakout plays. Win says, yep. How are they going to trick me today? Roblox, nothing crazy. Fastly only goes up. Pinterest, I think last week, was it Bank of America came out, I think, and upgraded them. Said you could double your money. No given time frame, but I guess one day eventually. This one's kind of at, it closed at support. Pinterest does have a lot of room in it. First stop probably about $32, and then you got about $36 in Pinterest. I'm gonna scoot this one up just so I remember to maybe buy some shares. Question is, where do I want to buy it? We are gapping up already. Was that already the 50% retrace, or do we have maybe a little bit of a push down first? That's only got kind of close to the 50. If I can get 26.13, I'd be loving the price. But inside day for today, so I don't think we have to react really crazy. Coinbase, crypto, at least at one point, Bitcoin hit 29K. Still down on Coinbase though. Just kind of consolidating, maybe a short-term basis. That's a double bottom. We do have some good support. You're going to run into a little bit of a wall probably at 67, 64. So it could be a little bit choppy still. This is still a retest gap, so I do think eventually it'd probably get up to about 76, 86. Win says it has dump written all over it. SPY setting up on the 3-minute, just in time for the open. All right, let's do this. Let's switch over to TOS. Let's try to see if we could maybe set something pre-market if I have time. I think I only got about a minute. I see your comment in YouTube. I don't know. SMCI, your new favorite computer server company, will probably hit first target. Open off support. Here's just taking partials and moving stop up. Not sure if it breaks through a recent high again. I do like that. I do like that name. I just like the name more than anything. All right, let's see if we can find any type of breakdown. FRC, I'm not going to look out for that. Little double top on NVIDIA. It's very close. I'd be thinking something like this, but maybe we get a retest into like 272.52. That is double topish at open. Amazon, strong green candle above the VWAP. We got Apple. Apple just doesn't stop. I mean, I don't know if you need SMCI after just Apple owns everything at this point. Strong candle. You're getting some buying right out of the gate here. Interesting level of resistance on Tesla. Yeah, nothing I can really play, but let's see the SPY. SPY does have that little bull trap out of the gate. You still got the 10 above you. It's not going to be the easiest short. I'd have to wait. But I only got 1 second left. Everybody, YouTube, I do love you. But unfortunately, this is the time where I got to disconnect. You guys are absolutely incredible. Thank you for joining us each and every day. Make sure you check out reallifetrading.com for some education, all free, 100% off. Use coupon code always free. Check that out. And